warm welcome to you all. We will be on the way very shortly, once all the pleasantries are complete. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Neymar, surely. He has an array of skills that can elevate the quality of a match or change its course with a flash of brilliance. His talent can take this game to a higher level of excitement, and I hope it does.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Here's the through ball. Now it's Messi. Can he find a finish now? It's a loose ball. So, Jim, a few notes on the opposition. What can you tell me about them?
This group of players must do an awful lot of one-touch passing on the training ground because they've become very, very good at it.
Koviak. Spoon forward. Looks to slip it through. Decent ball. Up for a header! Good delivery. No joy.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse. It's been such a positive start. I think the next step has to involve tucking one away.
Into the channel. Fernando Torres looking to get on the end of this. Fires from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, that's understandable because they haven't found it easy against this defence. And shooting from that sort of range, it's not the answer.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Toni Kroos. Jerome Boateng with the ball through. Neymar goes for the cross. Aim forward. De Bruyne tries a through ball. Messi gets into some space. Done very well to get to that.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
He's come loose. Back to the keeper and go again. No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. Torres looking to force his way through. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He'll fancy himself from here.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Parejo! And oh! Same again, same outcome.
Yeah, they should be out of sight, and they're not because of a little sloppiness in front of goal.
Now the pass. Chance to shoot! Towering header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Koke passes it through. Done very well to intervene. Goes. Sergio Ramos, a real chance to break. Ramos, a chance! The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Looks like a good ball through. Oh, good interception. Who's going to make this theirs? Now it's Neymar. Ball is over the line. Neymar reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Koscielny proves too strong there. Messi with the ball through. Looks to slip it through. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Messi gets it back. Just off target. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Away from immediate danger. Jerome Boateng. Now it's Neymar. Toni Kroos. Messi. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Parejo tries to get it forward quickly. Aimed long and direct. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The idea...
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Messi. Tries a through ball. Now it's Messi. Top save! That shot was travelling. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And he's made certain that won't get through. Krychowiak knocks it towards the front. That'll be the last act of the first half.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
De Bruyne, and it's Messi. Bale. Now the cross. Company does well there, alert. Bale. Bale's cross. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. It's a loose ball. Bale is fouled. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he couldn't have hit that any better. Any other time it would have sneaked in.
And it's Neymar. Messi. Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. What a clean hit. No one gets in the way of that.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such a plumb. That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3. that is one very relieved man between the sticks. There was no way he was going to get to that, and he knows it.
Tony Kroos pumps it upfield. Has a swing at it! Decent enough try.
Well, if he hopes to do better than that, he's got to work on his technique and his timing. The contact wasn't right there, so there wasn't much chance of success.
That's one way to make your presence felt.
He's been a joy to watch, and that didn't miss by much. He'll be back.
Koke looks to dink one in. Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
That's a throw. That'll be a throw-in. Aimed long and direct.
Well, we don't need to guess that they expect plenty of ball into the box.
Yeah, it's quite a crowd scene in the middle now.
Well, it's a situation that requires resilience now and plenty of fighting spirit. It has to be matched.
Lofted into the middle. Now the pass. Tevez. It's there! Right back in the game!
Well, the omens aren't looking favourable for them because they're chasing the ball too much.
Messi. And that's a throw-in. Ball swung in. He's made sure that won't get through. De Bruyne. Koscielny. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Referee's given a throw. Totti pumps it forwards. Looks to thread it through. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Jerome Boateng. Fernando Torres. Totti. And Torres! Oh, should have been the equaliser.
Well, he was so eager to score there, he almost put too much into that attempt to equalise. What a waste.
On the right now, what's on? Well positioned to make that interception. Koke is the guilty party there. Sergio Ramos. Messi pumps it into the area. Goes for goal! And a second time! Matic hits it back.
It's something that's kind of hit me in recent times, the pressing like this, keeping constant pressure on the opposition. I like to see it too.
Real goes on an adventurous run. And that's out of reach. And the ball is out of play. That is a poor kick by the keeper, being intercepted. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Tevez passes it through. It's a long forward pass. Ball's out on the left now. Who's going to make this theirs? Now it's Messi. Messi tries to head towards goal. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Now the pass. Company cuts it out. Conte tries a through ball. Caught offside that time. They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Neymar. And the referee brings it to a close. Super game. It might have tipped in either direction, tiny margins, but they just lost it. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground.
warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Barcelona will play a certain way here, Jim. What is that way?
Absorb and counter is their modus operandi, and when they break, they hit teams with everything they've got.
Fernando Torres demanding a quick ball here. Messi, and the flag has stayed down. Good strong hand by the keeper, and he's there to make a great save.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
Is it in? Good stop, that wasn't easy.
The keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him. Well, this is how to grab a game by the scruff of its neck. Front foot football with real intent.
Tries lifting it over. Looks like a good ball through. Looks to slip it through. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Struck first time. Neymar gets it back, thrust towards the front line. Parejo, chip through, and he's made certain that won't get through. Spoon forward. Now the pass. Messi with the ball through. Can he finish? Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, if he hopes to do better than that, he's got to work on his technique and his timing. The contact wasn't right there, so there wasn't much chance of success.
That's one way to make your presence felt.
Well, he went at it with great confidence, and it's not going to stop him from trying again.
Goal! Barcelona! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, Peter, from the moment it left his foot, it looked unstoppable. That was thumped.
Barcelona take the lead.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Oh, good interception. It's come loose. Moya catches it safely. Neymar passes it through. Is there any support? He might not need it. That intervention was very necessary. Rafinha. Torres. No way through there.
Well, there's a lot of movement out wide now.
Yeah, you can certainly see that.
Well, I think it's a move to open the game up more, whether out wide or just getting a runner through the middle now.
Ginter tries the route one option. Fernando Torres floats one over. Carvajal. Larson with a shot! Just off target.
Well, when he struck that, he must have thought it was going in. Such are the margins of success and failure in this game. That was so close.
Oh, he really wanted that.
It's tremendous play on his part, Peter, and he's proving to be a right handful throughout the game.
Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Looks like a good ball through. Larson shapes the shoots. Straight at the keeper.
Well, it turned out to be a decent save, although I'm not sure how much the keeper knew about it, even if he was well positioned.
He put on quite a show there.
Well, in all honesty, he's tormented that defence. They just can't handle him.
He'll hit it! It's a loose ball. He's looking to get there first. Out towards the flank. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Totti looks to slip it through. Now it's Torres. Oh, he's broken through. Top save! That shot was travelling. Sergi tries to get it forward quickly. And it's Neymar. Ginter. He's gone for it! He's got away with one there.
Yeah, and it's very good play to force the initial error there. That's what created the opening in the first place.
Larson. Now it's Neymar. There's no flag. Looking to force his way through. He's done very well to get to that.
Much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
Has a pop! Oh, that had to be more accurate. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. A chance! And Messi! Oh, he's showing a distinct lack of urgency.
Well, look, that's what happens when you're caught in two minds. You just don't know what you're doing.
Oh, that's cool. He has done it! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
And as soon as
the referee brings the first half to a close. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Played out to the wing. Fernando Torres gets into a dangerous position. And it's Rafinha. Daniel Carvajal was not to be moved. Now it's Messi. Deftly done. Messi needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Now the pass. Can he find a finish now? Can he find a finish? Yes, he can! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Messi is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Sergio Ramos positions himself well and cuts it out. Tony Kroos boots it upfield. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Torres. Parejo tries running with the ball at his feet. Rafinha crosses into the box. Has a look and has a go. Ginter. And that's a throw. Rafinha with the ball through. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Ginter. Tries a through ball. Messi has a look inside the box. Messi. Shot at goal! Can he score? Saved. That's good keeping.
That's a pretty powerful effort because he really got hold of that one, but he's not going to trouble the keeper from there.
Pepe does well there, alert. Ginter tries a long pass towards the front. Away from immediate danger. Ginter, Totti looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Neymar. Pepe knocks it towards the front. Sergio Ramos does well to read it and intercepts. Aimed long and direct. Neymar pumps it upfield. It's a long ball. Sergio Ramos with the foul. Fires from distance.
They've been doing a lot of this with a little bit of success. This is a trend that looks like it's here to stay for a while.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Alexis Sanchez tried to play it through.
The idea was good though, Peter, and I like the run that triggered the pass, but the quality was the problem.
And it's Rafinha. Now it's Henrik Larsson. Larsson with the ball through. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now the pass. Well positioned to make that interception. Fernando Torres. Who's going to make this theirs? He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Sergio Ramos. Alexis Sanchez crosses in a low one. He arrived on cue but fluffed his line. Going for goal! Ball's loose, who's getting there? It's long and forward. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. It through, has a hit, and the volley, and that is going out for a goal kick. Parejo. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. And that's it. Out-muscled, out-manoeuvred, outwitted. They just couldn't find any way into the game, and they are comprehensively beaten. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
This was simply a very indecisive outing for me. They were knocked out of their...
To all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Rafa Silva plays a clever pass. Saint-Germain will play a certain way here, Jim. What is that way?
They do prefer an element of caution, Peter, and get behind the ball in numbers, but those numbers have licence to be carefree once a breakaway is sprung.
Benzema goes for the cross. Shaped to shoot! Kadira. Away from immediate danger. Looks to slip it through. Xhaka, Krychowiak. Dybala gets it back. And he's there to hoof it away. He'll try from distance. Paris Saint-Germain are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Koke pumps it upfield. Tries lifting it over. It's come loose. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
It looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Now it's Benzema. That had to be more accurate. And it's Benzema. Montoya. Spoon forward. Tadic. And that has put paid to that. Krychowiak goes long and forward. Granit Xhaka with a delicate ball. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Well, he simply failed to just put a little more oomph behind that.
Koke desperately wants to get on the end of this. Kadira. Who's going to make this theirs? Andy Carroll. Crunching tackle. Koke pumps it forwards. Looks like a good ball through. Chance to shoot. He's away. It's there. All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Tevez just stayed on the right side of the defender there. I thought he showed wonderful patience, great experience to just make sure he didn't drift offside, and I just thought all round it was very intelligent play. Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Now it's Carroll. Tries a through ball. And he's cut it out. Benzema demanding a quick ball here. Koke. Tevez. Great ball, now the shots! More and more and more and more! They are running riot! And already they're looking to run away with it! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. That'll be the final action of the first half.
It's looking very much like game, set and match. A half of ruthless endeavour with a thirst for more. And just in case you think this is bias on my part, it isn't. This is fact.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. Now it's Benzema. Oh, it's hit the post! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
I think when you're in front of goal like that, you really should do better. That's a poor finish in the end.
That's not going to make it. Benzema. Dybala with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
That's good defence, plain and simple, good defence. They refused to allow a turn.
That tested the keeper.
Well, you can fault the execution, but not the idea or the effort.
Let down by a lack of accuracy. Ginter. And it's Tevez. Well, I guess the difference in quality really has shown here.
Well, when you look at it, the difference in team strength was sizable, Peter, and so it's proven.
Looking to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done just about enough.
Well, it was far from high calibre, Peter, and when you're shooting from that position, it needs to be just that, high calibre.
And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Shoots! Disappointing finish in the end.
Well, there wasn't much on for him, so it was worth a shot. It was worth a try from there.
Forward, what does he try from here? Kadira battles to win it back. Going for goal! Tries to get it forward quickly. Shoots! Loose ball, who's going to get there?
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, we love a trier, Peter, but it has to be a far greater quality to beat the keeper from there.
Another piece of really good defending. Tevez. Koke floats one over. Funes Mori does well to read it and intercepts. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that's an illustration of how good they are on the break. I mean, all the pace and power needed to go at it with real vigour then.
Tries the route one option, and Titi does well there, alert. Now the pass, a real chance to break. That intervention was very necessary. Tevez pushes to get on the end of it. Parejo tries to stroke it through. Little accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Yeah, I think the problem there was that the pass was telegraphed. An easy read for the defence.
Dybala. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. No, it's Benzema. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. It's a loose ball. Now it's Tevez. Big chance! World class Karim Benzema. Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot on sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
It's a fabulous position. Well, that's where he wants it. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Tevez with the ball through. Funes Mori boots it upfield. Tadic. And he won't reach that. Tevez. And it's Parejo. Benzema. He's pulled him up for that challenge. Looking to widen the gap even further here. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Parejo! It's bounced out! Sticks it away! And again, they pile on the misery.
Well, I think we've gone past humiliation now. This could be doing some real psychological damage.
Carroll. Dybala. Andy Carroll. Aimed long and direct. And Titi cuts it out. Now it's Benzema. Well, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. It's Tadic. Tadic goes through the middle. Pretty robust, but the referee says no foul. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, tactically, they looked as if they got that spot on. I think when you push up at the back to the extent they did, then there must be a pressure on the ball.
Of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Dybala, Messi. That's a throw. Pjanic. And he's made certain that won't get through. Dybala! And that's caused a worry or two.
It's unusual not to see him make the keeper work. I mean, his accuracy from that type of area is so often better.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Higuain, looking to shoot! He's missed another one.
Yeah, they should be out of sight, and they're not because of a little sloppiness in front of goal. I just really like the way they've started with such intensity, Peter.
Rafinha with the ball through. Monreal goes long and forward. Pjanic. Dybala. Toni Kroos pumps it upfield. And it's Willian. Dybala. And he's cut it out. Rafinha. He's picked him out. Oh, good interception. Pjanic. Toni Kroos. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Pjanic. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Benzema. Looks like a good ball through. He's delivered all right! That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Toni Kroos. Benzema looks to get on the end of this. Pjanic. It's Dybala. Aimed long and direct. A real chance to break. A very fortunate escape indeed.
Look, sometimes you're already thinking about what you're going to do next and you suffer a little lapse in concentration and end up with a red-faced moment like that. It's very frustrating.
It's been intercepted and that will come to nothing. Totti with a delicate ball. Benzema has it in a wide position, so what next? Rafinha passes it through. Fabinho. And it's Higuain. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Kroos. Pjanic. Tries a through ball. Godin cuts it out. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. And it's Toni Kroos. Marseille get it back again. Messi. So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. Now it's Willian. Gets up to head it! Gorgeous from Dybala! Marseille are all square. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Dybala. Now the pass. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Gets it back. It had to be. Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Oh, much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
Willian. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Chipped through. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And that'll be the last act of the first half. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Benzema. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
I think there's always that danger that the defence can get exploited in that way. That must have served as a real wake-up call to them.
And it's Dybala. Pjanic. Be a throw-in. poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Totti. Now it's Pjanic. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. And now they can launch a counter. Willian. Sergio Ramos. Loose, who's getting there? Kolarov, aimed in towards the centre, goes for goal! Goal! Marseille! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Marseille get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Looks to slip it through. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Willian. And it's Toni Kroos. Totti. Higuain with the ball through. Hoists it high. Granit Xhaka is the guilty party there. And it's Kolarov. Willian's cross. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Willian going full steam ahead down the left flank. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Who's going to make this theirs? Monreal. Tevez. Looks like a good ball through. Tevez. Dybala tries to get it forward quickly. Sergio Ramos gets into the right position to intercept. And it's Higuain. Higuain with a delicate ball. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Willian set up one goal so far. Granit Xhaka floats one over, tried to play it through.
He timed this run brilliantly, and I think he has every right to be a little annoyed with the passer then, and I think he's letting him know right now about that.
He has done it! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Marseille move 2 up and into a position of real strength. Messi. Higuain battles to win it back, tries to stroke it through, done very well to intervene. Granit Xhaka tries the route one option, Benzema with a delicate ball. Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
And that all stems from great vision, you know. What a delightful little ball over the top that was. Yeah, I don't think it's just me, but this sort of pressing really is something that they're doing an awful lot more of these days.
Tries a through ball. All Black catches it safely. Pjanic positions himself well and cuts it out. Now the pass. Has it out wide now. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Ginter tries a long pass towards the front. Spoon forward. Questions were... And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Quite a game. Memorable for its fluctuation in fortunes and astonishing turnaround. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, they may have lost, but there's plenty to take from that to turn it into something more substantial. They aren't too far away.
You